What's up, everybody? Wagey tapping in for another court chat. Today, just wanted to touch base with why I communicate about relationships on the page, when it's about living that wagey lifestyle. Being a wagey is not the worst thing in the world. A lot of people start off from that point and make something of themselves. What they have to have is a drive, determination, discipline, and a responsibility ethic that will help get them there. The importance of relationships along this particular path, which is something that I wish I knew sooner, is the discipline to have who you are. The younger that you can have it, maintain that through the course of your growth and develop, but have that mindset that you can adapt, evolve, and overcome. And that will help carry you through to your greater successes, so you're not getting blindsided by things later on down the line, which is some of the issues that I've gone through. Self-discipline, self-awareness, self-reflection, these things are going to be paramount in regards to you leaving whatever station you're starting at, being a wagey, and elevating yourself along your path. This is why I communicate about those things. The relationship with yourself is the single most important. So with any other relationship that you're going to have throughout your life, why is the one with yourself the most important? Because that's the one that you're going to have to depend on no matter what. The relationship with yourself cannot waver, or it can, but you need to get it back on track as soon as possible. Because everything else on your life is going to hinge on how you feel about yourself, what your discipline and respect and responsibility level that you can assume and take on with yourself. When you're seeking a partner, you need to understand what you will and will not put up with. Also, like I made in my video about philosophy, maybe you need to have leeway for forgiveness and seeking reconciliation for opportunities, because as much as people are disposable, they're not. Everybody's an asset, everybody's a liability, but it's based on how you feel about you that's going to judge how accurately you cater to those particular standings in others. Again, how you treat your money, how you treat yourself financially, how you treat yourself physically, how you treat yourself emotionally, how you treat yourself intellectually. Do you want to learn? Do you have the drive to seek out new information and incorporate it into who you are? Do you have to change faces based on who you're talking to because you're not a congruent, coherent person? Are you one that can take criticism and look for the opportunity and growth in that? Or do you automatically become defensive when somebody voices something that they might not appreciate about you? These are things that you need to consider when solidifying who you are as an individual. A lot of this is going to come with experience too. You're going to have to take risks along the way to kind of know what you don't want and figure out what it is that you do want. For me, I spent most of my youth taking large risks, from, entrepreneurship, relationships, having children, learning about interacting with people. It wasn't until I went through the last traumatic event and so much stuff happened in this particular hurricane in my life, and that's when I went all the way back to my childhood, and I was like, damn, this 8-year-old kid was pretty dope. He had a desire to learn. He had a drive to get stuff done. He had a knack for responsibility, keeping things in order. And then on top of that, he was fun. So once I start viewing myself as a kid and getting back to that and solidifying the disciplines that's going to keep me at a humble baseline so that I can experience high and lows and not move too far off point. Because again, if you're plateauing at, a high and experiencing happiness all the time, when you drop 50 points to even 20 points below baseline, that's going to feel like more of a larger move instead of maybe just dropping 20 points because you're riding your baseline. Might not make sense better if I had a graph. Hopefully you can understand that. But, having that knowledge to go find that little kid, to stop taking my life too seriously, illuminated so many things for me. Because now when I see people outside of a business setting, especially in my personal life, I'm interacting with that little kid and a lot of other people. I want to find out who that little kid is so that we can play games and have fun together. And then some people might not be used to playing those kind of games. They might have got lost in the seriousness of life. They say people just want to have fun. When do you have the most fun? When you're a kid and you're absent responsibility. Nobody wants to be an adult, apparently. I did. I wanted to have the freedom to do my own thing, live my own life, and blah, 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 take on responsibilities that I chose to and whatnot. But everybody doesn't have that same drive. Everybody doesn't have that same appreciation. You know, at some point, life can get too serious. And that's okay. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to enjoy life as a whole. And that was something that I was losing, taking on serious endeavors, not, I guess, prioritizing fun. My list of priorities right now: self-care, physical fitness, finances, or self-care, physical fitness, kids, finances, fun. Those are my 4 priorities, and I hit them all every day. You know, there's not a day that I'm really missing out on either one of those aspects of my life. I've got it condensed down and kind of perfected so that, you know, for me experiencing those highs and lows, self-care, physical fitness, that helps me maintain baseline, you know. And there's been a few days lately, this couple weeks, that, you know, I've been under my baseline and a little bit of sad. And like I check in with my mentors and my folks, you know, and like when I send them in a text message, if you get a text message, man, your boy is sad, it's like, yo, are you all right? You know, but then once you talk to me, it's a different story, you know, because like I am communicating that, but at the same time, like I'm not dwelling on it. I'm not living in that. Like I'm still enjoying my life. It's just something that's going on personal that I don't necessarily want to have happen is happening, but I get to take advantage of that mental gym and lift those particular weights. I get to acknowledge that it's okay, man, this thing that is happening kind of sucks. I don't necessarily want it to happen, but it's outside of the sphere of my control. I'm not gonna destroy everything else that I have going on positive around me. I'm gonna ride this out. I'm only 20 points below baseline. I can do that. I get to experience that with a clear head and an open mind. You know, so like these are the important aspects about relationships that, you know, if you perfect them and master that while you're a wagey, you're gonna elevate. Because people, who you are, this 8-year-old kid, I'm attracting so many opportunities in my life right now just by way of harnessing my own power, you know, and catering to myself, treating myself the way that I want to be treated. And then, you know, even when people choose to disrespect me, I get to laugh that up because it doesn't impact me. That does more for you because I'm such a beneficial, the value that I'm able to produce is almost insane for a lot of people, kind of even in my age bracket, you know, like, because if you don't have that mind to grind, like you wouldn't even be aware really of the value that you can instill in the world or really offer other people, you know? So like, because I get to do that and I've condensed in myself so much, my orbit's building. My gravitational pull is activating. I'm attracting things into my world, you know, and I get to be like, yeah, I'll take advantage of this opportunity. Maybe I need to wait on that. Maybe I can take advantage on this one later. You know, setting goals. I got 5, 10, 30-year plans in play right now. You know, looking forward to evolving and getting better with the life that I'm choosing to live for myself, you know? So like, I'm excited for these things. I'm glad that I was able to survive some of those traumatic things. I'm thankful that I got to find the 8-year-old kid in me and enjoy this and share it with the world. Man, understanding, and shout out to Ryan Terabin for this, understanding that love is separate from relationships. I emanate love now. I am love. I get to give it freely everywhere. You know, and because I understand more about relationships, thanks to his input, the transactional nature of them is an exchange of value, and you have to kind of articulate what you want from the other person. They need to be able to communicate directly what they're looking for from you, and then hopefully you guys can stand on that. People are entitled to change their mind. There's nothing that you can do about that, and you wish them well. You send them away with love because you give your love away freely. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get to do all of these things. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams too. That man, best edutainment on YouTube. Shout out to the CGA. You know, like that also helps put things in perspective about life. Again, for me and my relationship, like I was looking at the adult lens. I wasn't looking at the kid lens. You know, and like if you picture people, you know, especially in your personal life, with those kid lenses, you'll get to have more fun. You'll get to play more games. Everybody wants to play games. And, you know, as long as nobody's hurt, nobody's getting their eye poked out, it is what it is. But remember, all's fair in love and war. So, you know, if you're going to get involved with love, keep that in mind. All's fair in love and war. It's so unfortunate. In the games that we choose to play with each other, cries for attention, cries for help. It is what it is. I'm learning to appreciate all those things though. But yeah, man, like, again, relationships are going to, because even if you're growing and developing a business, relationships with clients, you know, relationship with yourself is going to be the most important thing that's going to solidify any other relationship that you have. It's going to attract everything that you might want, need, and probably dislike, so you'll have to figure that out as well. And help you navigate through the world, man. Don't look for the person to spend the rest of your life with. Become the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And then enjoy the company of other people that you can stay young with. Not my quote, borrowed information, but definitely worth providing. And I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. You know, Wagey stepping his game up. Again, looking forward to my 5, 10, 30-year plans. Check in with y'all then. Hope everything's going well. Remember to conduct yourself in a manner that's conducive to the life that you want to live. Wagey's out.